listening to the Level Best Network.
Here we go.
Yes! Oh my gosh, there it is. What's happening? What is happening?
What's happening?
Welcome into the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast. This is season 4, episode 1. We started this podcast in 2023. I think in May of 2023. And you guys have been just awesome. Oh, by the way, in case you don't know, I'm Ron Ross. That dude over there is John Yaglensky, or Mr. Everything. Is that what we came up with?
Oh, yeah, that was it. It was Mr. Everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And wait, by the way, here we go. Do this.
Oh, there we go. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, we forgot how we had everything.
Yeah, you have to usually switch it around while I'm talking.
Right.
But welcome into the podcast. It's been a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch you up on as best we can without going into too much detail, because it's been a long time. Last time we was last year. It was December 30th. I looked it up. And we had some monumental things that happened in our lives then, with surgeries, and John with some serious surgery going on. And then, we had lost a cat. Since then,
wow,
we lost 2 more. And it was, yeah, we did. We lost Todd, and we lost Iggy. And it was, I'm not going to lie. Todd was devastating. We did not expect that. We had taken him to the vet the week before to check out his teeth, because cats can get tooth decay and all that stuff.
Right.
And rather than giving us a pill for him, or for us to pill him, which we should have done in hindsight, she gave him a steroid shot that was going to last over. Well, he was in crisis the next week. I won't go into any of the details, but he passed. And it was and we couldn't get out, and we were snowed in. The one day we were snowed in, I was doing my show from home, and in the middle of my show, Jenny, greatest wife ever, came in, and he was in the next room. Anyway, sorry. So I looked it up, and it was congestive heart failure is my guess, and it's like 0.00001% of reaction to a steroid shot. He was just, it was negligible. It was a risk. So I can't blame the vet at all, but it was, she was just doing what she thought was right, but it was just one of those horrible accidents, and we lost him, and it was devastating.
Yeah.
I was not ready to lose him. And then in the midst of my mom went into crisis. And I don't know, I may have shared it here. But again, I'm not going to go into too much of it. But mom suffered from dementia, and she had been in an assisted care living facility for, almost 10 years. She really bucked the odds. Okay. Because usually with something like that, you don't decline at a steady rate, you decline at an exponential rate, and then that's it. Yeah. But not mom. She hung in there for quite a while, and she beat COVID twice.
Wow.
When other residents were not so lucky in the facility where she was. And I think a lot of that, I'd have to attribute it to my father, who went and fed her every day. She was nonverbal, and she was not ambulatory either. She was in a wheelchair. But he fed her. He fed her every day. A couple of times it was going to be a close call, and we had doctors saying, "Hey, you need to come in and say your goodbyes," and then she would bounce back and pull through. So this time, it was not to be. So it was just basically, we were there. I took a week off from work, and we were there all week long, and then finally, a mom left us. And during that week, we also lost our cat Iggy, who we had rehomed. She was 18.
Oh, wow.
So it was coming, and she was in crisis for 2 minutes 2 or 3 minutes, and then Jenny
Right.
was holding her, and
Well,
so we got to hold her and say goodbye to her, and and then by that time, the only time I went to go see this other vet was for to get rid of my poor dead cats.
yeah.
So, and of course we
Oh,
drove her that anyway. So my mom passed, and it was a long time coming. I don't know if you've ever dealt with dementia in your life. It's devastating when it first starts because there are moments when she was cognizant and understood what was going on, and those were the heartbreaks. One of the first times she didn't recognize who I was. Yeah, that one, but that was years ago. So I had a long time to get used to it. I would go and visit mom, and the visits were for me really because she didn't know who I was. And so it was just so I could spend some time with her. My brother was very, very diligent, visited her every day, every day. And my dad was there every day. And so anyway, we we lost mom. It was a long time coming, and so it was a wonderful service that we had, and I had friends that sang songs for us. For me, a personal a John Denver song, "Poems, Prayers, and Promises," which was done by a musician friend of mine, Jason, who learned it and played it. I talked to him later, and I said because he had his iPad out in front of him, and he sang it, and I talked to him later, and I'm like, I don't know how you got through that because I was hyperventilating through the whole thing. I'm like, I
right.
don't know how you got through that. He goes, I learned. This is not the first time he's had to sing at a funeral, so he learned not to look up at all. He stared at,
Yeah. Don't catch
did
the eye
not
of
look up at
anybody.
all. He didn't look
Yeah.
up at me. He didn't make eye contact. He learned the hard way that that's what you do because you have to get through it. He's there to perform, and he did an amazing job. And then another friend sang Schubert's Ave Maria at the funeral mass, which was incredible. And the thing about Bruce, he was such a great guy, is he plays Santa now. He's a Santa Bruce. He's got big white beard and all that stuff, but he's very severely Catholic. And so I had him sing it, and he didn't just sing because he's done musical theater and he's done acting, and he sold it. I mean, he was it was so beautiful. It was so wonderful. So we said goodbye to mom. I think that one of the best things was, and I had, greatest wife ever. Jenny is a florist. She's a retired florist. And of course, I asked her to do the casket spray. My mom's name was Rose. So, of course, it was all roses. And she just did, it was an unbelievable job. And she's designing, and I'm playing music that's going to play, and so she's putting in roses, and we're crying, and we're listening to songs and putting in roses and crying, and it was very cathartic. It was very wonderful and beautiful tribute to mom. And then we did the repast, the reception. You always have a reception, and I couldn't ask dad to pay for like a restaurant downtown or anything like that. So we had it back here at the house. And then we decided we were going to make some of mom's favorite dishes that she made, that she liked to eat and that she would make. And one of those dishes was, I guess it's like the American version of goulash. It's elbow macaroni, tomato sauce of some sort, and ground beef, right? Some people call it goulash. Other people come up with different names, slumgullion or whatever. And my dad liked to call it prison slop when I was a kid, and he would just take it out of the prison slop and blop onto the plate. And so one of our friends were at the repast, and the greatest wife ever had made prison slop to perfection. It was perfect. And there was a big bowl of it, and one of the kids, my younger brother's friend, who grew up and lived at the house for a while with mom and dad, he walks in. He's there with his wife, and he's all dressed up, and he walks in and he stops cold. He looks at the table. He goes, Is that prison slop?
Prison slop. Nice.
Which was the best. And then the day after that, it was weird because the daughter of the elder's friends had set everything up at the house. And so then they were going to leave. They had to go and get their children from school. And we just said, bring them back. So, my dad peeled off, and then, so certain friends and families they left. And pretty soon it was just Jordan's friends and their kids. And they're running around, and I'm playing music on the TV, and it turned into it was an interesting turn of saying goodbye, but then also looking at the next generation of kids with my grandson and his friends, and they call each other cousins, and it was really heartening to watch, to see. But that was February. Since then, I've been just Greatest Wife Ever, and I've been busy. She was contracted to do a wedding, so that's what we did. Was she worked on a wedding that I wound up emceeing, and she and Jordan, who does event planning as well, put that whole thing together. And it was going to be an outdoor wedding in our best friend's backyard. And then the Wednesday of that week, it's like it's going to pour all day Saturday, so we had to pivot. So we found a building. We went to the local fire hall, and we put everything in there, and with the band and everything, I contracted the band, and everything was going off great, and it did not rain one drop.
Of course, but that's okay. You prepared for it, so
right, which is fine, because if we had stayed out there, it would have rained. But that really is just to keep you up to date. I've just been working. As you know, I'm on a morning show now. I posted that I'm now, here you go. I'm on the cover of Frederick magazine. This is the magazine here. Look, it's almost life size. There you go.
Look at you. Wait, there you go.
Look, we're the same. Hey, there you go.
Your hair's not
what I'm doing is I'm pointing at the Key 103 logo that's behind me.
Oh, okay.
The name of the radio station is Key 103. And I moved it. It was across the way. It was across on the opposite wall, which was never in pictures when you took a picture of somebody, a DJ, sitting at the control board. So I moved it. And I took measurements and moved everything. And so that's what I'm pointing at. And I think I even sent that to somebody and said, look, it's level. I had the level. They were accusing me of that. But anyway, so I posted that up on the Facebook page, which I thought was I didn't know I was going to be on the cover. I swear to God, I did not. It was a woman named Kate Poindexter, who I actually know because she married a high school friend of mine, and I went to a tiny little high school, and she pitched the story of a local boy who made good because I'm from the area, and now I'm on a local radio station, and with my journey through Sirius XM and all that stuff. But the reason I brought that up is because after I posted that, I see comments on the Facebook page about I miss him on the pulse, and excuse me. Oh, hang on, cough button.
Wow, look at that.
I don't cough all day. I don't cough all day until I start doing this. But hey, there you go. Jim is interacting with us live and in person. Just happy to see your return. Movers are here loading up the truck for our move to Colorado. Nice job, Jim. Woohoo.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, look at that. The also known as Zero Time. We are back, baby. He's on YouTube. That's awesome.
Okay.
So anyway, the point
I got two things to say before you trudge forward.
Yeah.
Okay. One of them, put the cover back up again. Where is it?
Oh, the cover.
Two things.
Right.
So as my friend Maxim Jago says, always be pointing at something. It makes you look smarter.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. That's a thing.
Okay.
So he'll be like, like looking at something, and he'll be pointing at something. Or you can do the Disney point, which is two fingers.
So the two fingers.
Because
You know why it's two fingers?
polite. So you're not pointing at someone.
No, because Walt
Yeah.
Disney always had a cigarette in his hand.
No, that's not
Yes, he
correct.
pointed with two fingers.
No, he did.
That's
No,
that's
no,
why.
it's more polite. Anyway, no. And then the other thing is put the thing back up again.
Well, hang on. Okay.
Okay, put the thing back up.
All right.
Okay, what I want everybody to do that's listening now is to recreate that in a
Oh,
picture
no,
and then post
you don't want to.
it to the timeline of the show.
There you go. I'm not. Hang on. I'm not doing the doo-wop thing. I'm pointing at.
but wait, I'm pointing at something. Here we go.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Hey, and by the way, if you're listening to the podcast, I'm very sorry. We're showing pictures and we're talking.
It's okay. The
I did want to point to
chances of me
another.
actually rolling this off onto audio will be small.
See, here
but
you go.
anyway. Go ahead.
There you
Yeah.
go. Here's another picture that was inside. There you go with Mark McGrath.
Yeah, who was supposed to be on the podcast already.
And it's gonna happen.
Right. Uh-huh.
Look.
Okay.
Look, we were hanging out with Lisa Loeb a couple of weeks ago because she played in our area at Meriwether Post. And she's like, "Hey, I'm coming to Maryland." I'm like, "Ah!" So she gave us tickets and
Oh, okay.
we had a great time. And then we hung out the next morning. We had breakfast in Ellicott City because it was on her way. She was going to Philadelphia. Oh, but hang on. All right, so let me get back to the other point.
Okay.
Look, because I digress, which is the subtitle of this of this podcast, is that in the comments people were like, I miss him on the Pulse, and I do miss being on the Pulse, but you can listen still to the morning show because I'm back in mornings on Key 103. All you have to do is you can listen online if you want, key103radio.com. I'm on live 5 a.m. Eastern to 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, I know.
Oof.
I know. It's 2 a.m. on the West Coast. If you want, you can listen to the overnight show.
Wow.
But the I'm on, right. So you can listen online. You can also download the app, stick it on your phone. It's the Key 103 app, and then you can just Bluetooth it into the car, and it's like nothing happened. And it's the same games that I play. Say, I added a new game. John, and I'm very excited about it because I still do older or younger. I have the Key Question of the day every day. And that's at 7:05 again Eastern. And then I have a bunch of rotating games that happen on Thursdays. And
Okay.
like today. So it's the movie game, pardon me. The movie game, the celebrity game, name 5 and 5. What's the other one? Oh, Key Factor Fiction, which was it used to be True or Pulse, but now it's Key Factor Fiction. And then I added a new game, which is called Monotone Robot Theater. Beep boop boop. So I give you a quote to a movie. You tell me
Wait,
the movie.
I think I thought I had a robot. Oh, I do. Wait, hold on.
Okay, let's hear it.
What is it? It's
Monotone Robot Theater.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I need. I need that at work.
there you go.
Monotone Robot Theater.
Yeah.
So we play all the same games and we have a lot of fun. And I have what I like to call social currency stories. For instance, tomorrow morning I'm going to be doing a story about how these brain games that supposedly sharpen your brain.
Yep.
Actually, all they do is sharpen your skills at doing the game.
Really?
So yeah, I mean it helps, but really you need a lot of things to go in with sharpening the brain. So it's not just doing Sudoku puzzles, because all that does really is just make you good at Sudoku puzzles. It's it's a lot of stuff that goes in. You got to eat right, you got to get a lot of sleep, you got to exercise, all of those things that go in. But it feeds the brain. Sleep is the biggie. Sleep is always the biggie. You got to get sleep because that's when your brain clears out all the dead wood, clears out all the debris. If you don't get enough sleep, then it doesn't do that. You don't give it the opportunity to do that. And then things get bogged down and clogged and weird. So anyway, So I have stories like that, and all on the Ron Ross Morning Show. It's still named the same thing. It just happens to be on a radio station called Key 103. So you can absolutely, positively still enjoy it in the car as you're heading into work. I see a lot of comments, and it's so gratifying. I don't know if that's the correct usage of the word. It's humbling. There you go. To see, and I really do appreciate that. All right, so I think, am I kind of up to date? I'm mostly up to date. I think I'm up to date. Anything else going on? No,
I don't
not
know.
really. Greatest wife ever had a birthday. We celebrated that. That was fun. And yeah, it was good.
You do any vacationing or anything yet?
No, we haven't. We
Not yet.
were going to do Memorial Day camping, but nobody was available because Greatest Wife Ever likes to camp with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
With our family, as we call them.
Right.
And so nobody was available. One couple, both of them had started new jobs, and one was going to be working that weekend, so it just never came to fruition. And when I looked into it, it's weird about became the destination. And the one Maryland State Park that we enjoyed going to, which is called Rocky Gap, which is out in Western Maryland. I mean, way Western Maryland. You're almost at a whole premium site. You're locked in. I'm not a fan of that. So now we can't get back to the sites that we used to enjoy. But so anyway, camping's kind of been semi-ruined because of that. So anyway, we didn't get to go anywhere. And then I thought about taking us on a little beach jaunt, because I did take a couple of days off, and Greatest Wife Ever and I were kind of in economic mode, as it were, because she's like, it's just as soon as you walk out the door, it's cha-ching, cha-ching. And I'm like, that's fair. She goes, why don't we just save it? We'll go hit a couple of restaurants around here and just do our thing, and you can sleep in, and that's what we did. So I had a staycation, and I didn't do a single thing around the house. Nothing. I didn't trim a bush. I didn't clear the gutters, which really need to be. I didn't do anything. I did nothing.
And if it's a staycation, you shouldn't do anything. It should be a vacation at your house.
I guess.
Right?
Which was, I guess, was the point. So, but anyway, now I'm up to date. John, I've taken half the time. Now the half the time is yours.
That's right.
I mean, you've been through. You had the surgery. If you watched the last one, you had a major surgery.
You went back and actually figured out where we were on the last show. I didn't do the research, so now I'm a little behind, I guess.
I did. Well, you had the major sinus. It was a benign. Wasn't a tumor or whatever.
It was a tumor.
It was a tumor.
Benign tumor.
It was benign.
Benign tumor.
It wasn't B8. It wasn't B10. It was B9. Look, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing.
I know.
So I'm holding my finger up if you're listening. So, but the thing was about that tumor, and I listened to it again, was that it was growing into your teeth.
Inverted.
It was
inverted Schneideridian tumor or something. I don't even know what
he already beat thyroid cancer. He beat that. And then this is growing into his face.
Let's not do that again. Yeah, no, it was not fun. I mean, I don't know. Had I already had the surgery by the time?
You had. And you said by December 30th, you were starting to feel semi okay. You were, but it was a long recovery.
I'm still like a little bit numb right here.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's where they actually went in. So above my gum line, they went in.
Oh, okay.
And, I have a feeling they claim they didn't hit any nerves, but I would say it's close enough that things are not perfect, but I'm okay. I don't have any weird facial tics or anything, but like I can feel it right now. It's
right.
Great. Lovely.
Oh, sorry.
Lovely. I mean, other than that, just been traveling the world. I think what happened is you switched time frames, which threw us for a loop a little bit because we had gotten into a pretty good rhythm of it was this day, this time, this is when we're going to do it. And then
Tuesday
I figured, well,
Yeah.
you're going to mornings. That's going to be a rough adjustment from a sleep cycle schedule sort of standpoint, which I'm sure it still is. But, and I figured, well, we take some time off. And then what happens is real life starts getting in the way. And, we start doing stuff and I start traveling, and trying to find the time is difficult. And I've probably been more busy than I've ever been. And I don't know if I had gotten promoted at work before we talked, but I did. And
no, you hadn't been promoted yet.
Yeah, I'm now the deputy. I'm the deputy managing director.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah. So,
congratulations, John. Nice. I thought you were good. Stop. Because you and I were talking about, we were working out equations on retirement.
I'm still working out that equation, but
you?
To be honest with you, yeah, it's just, it's meant a lot. I don't want to say more work, but definitely not less. So I feel like I've been traveling kind of a little bit more and been leaned on for some other stuff. And then the big thing that I've been working on is this, which is
behind you.
Which is spinning in the background, which is a professional development conference open to all, which is happening in Orlando at the end of October at Disney Springs. And let me tell you, it's no joke organizing from ground up a event for, 200 to 400 people.
Well, and I appreciate the invitation for me to speak, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to.
That was for 2027, but you can come this year if you'd like. Please come down. It'd be great.
I'm teasing. He did not ask me.
I mean, you'd have an awesome story to tell. In all reality, and you're right up our alley in that we're kind of taking non-conventional speakers and plopping them into things to give folks who are looking for professional development unique perspectives and having them think, outside the cube, because I hate thinking outside the box. But it's just a thing.
Is that one of your bugaboo phrases you're not a big fan of?
Not an no, so I changed it to outside the cube. I don't know. I feel like if you if everybody says outside the box, you hear these sort of buzzwords in business and you sort of tune them out, like synergy and, outside the box thinking and,
the metrics.
I mean, I could name a bunch of them, but I won't bore you. There's a
corporate speak.
There is this site. If you ever get a chance, go online and Google or do whatever search word or search engine you want. Right. Look up the DAC, DACK, BS, only spell out the word. What is it? Web economy generator. It's something like that. But DAC web economy. And what it does is it picks words from 3 different columns and then it generates BS. And it's been around literally for 15 years, probably since .com era. And so if you're tired of hearing these phrases, go throw some of those out. Anyway, do that.
Anyway, all right.
But the point being, outside the cube thinking, we're bringing in the best and the brightest from industry to shape the lives of young to mid-career professionals. But quite frankly, anybody who wants to advance their career can come and learn from people like Dylan Sasan. Dylan is the head of creative engagement for RenderMan at Pixar. RenderMan is the software that generates all the stuff, and he's pretty well known for having teapots. Apparently, teapot was the original thing that they rendered, and every time he goes out, he generates them. Mike Pell, who's formerly with Microsoft Garage in New York City, which is Microsoft's innovation engine. Mike's going to be there talking. And then I think the next one to come up here, hopefully in a few seconds, will be Carrie Byron from Mythbusters. Nope. I was guessing. Eric Robinson. Eric is the famed Disney artist who, when Mickey Mouse turned 100, they turned to him to paint 100 Mickeys.
Oh, goodness.
100 different Mickeys. And when parks have turned, by the way, here we go. Right. There she is. Hi. Mythbusters. Carrie Byron.
Okay.
We're buds.
What does she do?
Mythbusters, the show.
Oh, Mythbusters.
Carrie Byron from Mythbusters.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Crash Test Girl. She's awesome. She's going to be fantastic. But her and Eric are going to be there. So basically finding folks to speak, organizing, working with my volunteer team to get things all put together, hotel contracts, if you can imagine, AV contracts, food, an after party at Planet Hollywood, that kind of thing, just logistics, advertising, promotion. I'm launching a billboard campaign in Orlando in 10 days on digital billboards.
I talk on the radio.
Yeah, you do. I mean, this is just.
No, I'm goofing with you, John, because you're juggling a lot of balls. I mean, this is very complicated, and congratulations, by the way. That's great. Congratulations on the.
There's stuff. So anyway,
very exciting.
Yeah, since we are back, I'll put that down the bottom there. If anybody from the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast here would like to go to this, it's open to everyone. Price is really reasonable. It's a 2-day event. Go to thebigthinkers.com. This is turning into an advertorial. Sorry. But hit us up, say, hey, I'd like to attend in the show. Up with a message, and I'll or connect with me on LinkedIn. You can do that.
Right.
Always looking for new connections over there.
Okay.
Anyway,
there you go.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Other stuff. Went to St. Augustine recently for a vacation, a long weekend. Stayed at a tiny house with a baby pool in the backyard. It was great. Like tiny pool.
Yeah.
It was, I think, 13 feet long.
Wow. Okay.
Something like that. And about 6 or 7 feet wide, something like that.
You're not swimming laps.
No, but it was great coming back after the day of tooling around in downtown St. Augustine. It's a really cool town. Lots of great stuff. Oldest city in America. Lots of great food. We just would come back late at night, hop in the pool, and you'd think a pool that size would get super hot, but it got warm during the day, but at night it was absolutely perfect. So
beautiful.
Yeah,
that's great.
Did that, and other than that, just the usual, like fixing my kids' cars and stuff like that. Flat tire yesterday,
Right.
Being a boring, normal guy. I'm going to Indianapolis this weekend. If anybody's
that's totally boring. Yeah, nobody wants to hear about that.
Yeah.
What's going on in Indianapolis? What are you doing?
Rooftop social for work on Friday night, and then Saturday an awards dinner for IEEE's section or region out there. I forget, but anyway, I'm going to it. So
nice.
I'm being the deputy.
Right.
See, these
deputy
membership has its privileges.
You have a badge and everything.
Sure.
You should totally under like your lapel.
No, yeah, well, no, I've got
deputy.
Got a little IEEE, badge thing, but doesn't look like a police badge.
Oh, I forgot to mention, and this is the first time this has ever happened in my career. Not that I'm sorry. Were you done, John? I didn't mean to cut you off. First time this has ever happened in my career ever. That is, I have my own coffee. I have my own coffee. It's called, let's see if I can.
There we go.
Nectar of the Gods. That's me in a toga. because I always called coffee, the elixir of life, the ambrosia, nectar of the gods, and go-go juice. So when this place called Dublin Roasters came to me and said, "Hey, you want a specific blend of coffee?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." And so I came up with this blend of coffee and named it Nectar of the Gods. And then what I did was I asked if we could do some charity function with it. So 20% of the proceeds of every bit sold goes to the Frederick County Food Banks.
Okay.
So you can actually order this if you like, wherever you are. If you want, you can order it. They'll deliver it. You can just get the beans of Nectar of the Gods. It's Dublin Roasters. You can find them online, Dublin Roasters, in Frederick, Maryland, and they'd be happy to sell you a pound of Nectar of the Gods.
What's flavor profile, son? What do we got there?
It is a semi-robust. It's rich and it's got a lot of nice bottom end to it, and there's no like bitter, no bitterness on it at all. It's a 100% Arabica bean with a medium roast, and then depending on what kind of grind you want to get, if you grind at home like John does, then you create, and then he runs it through an espresso machine. Then you get.
I run it through my bun machine.
Oh, you have a bun. We were just talking about that.
They're awesome.
I know they are. We were at our local diner here in town for breakfast, and they have a diner, of course, has a bun. It's $20, Jim. $20 for a pound. So $4 of that goes to the Frederick County Food Bank.
So they have a bun.
So yeah, they have a bun, and I'm like drinking coffee and like cup after cup. I'm like, why is it so good? So I looked up Bun-O-Matic.
Yeah, that's what I have. Like a Bun-O-Matic.
Exactly. And there's a home. You can have a home version, and there you go. So
So the best thing about the bun is what it does is it has the water preheated to the right temperature. So the first time you're loading it up, you put in a full pot of water. Mm-hmm. Nice cold water, and nothing comes out because it's going into the back tank where it always keeps it hot. And then the second one, it gives you about 3/4 of a thing because you got to have some reserve for like evaporation and things like that. By the third thing you're doing, it's brilliant. And by the way, brews in roughly 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
Which is
a pot of coffee?
A pot of coffee in like 4 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's saying something.
It is.
That's great.
But you have to have taller filters.
Okay. Special.
So you get the bun filters, which by the way are only marginally more than regular filters. So it's no big deal. I buy them by the box, literally a big box of them. And then, they last a year and you don't think about it. But they're taller because I think the speed at which the water is commingling with the coffee grounds that it fills up to a certain level and would overflow over the edges. Right. Their basket's deeper, but fantastic. Gotcha. The bun is amazing.
I'm telling you, I have become a coffee connoisseur. We have a Keurig, but you can also brew a pot of coffee.
That's good. That's the only way.
What I prefer. I mean, I'll do the pods and then I'll put this in. We have the reusable pod, the reusable plastic pod. So I'll put that in that and then just have a cup of, I want a cup of coffee now. And
so you pre-grind or?
Yeah, this was ground. This was ground for me.
Killing me.
I'm sorry. I know. I was at his house. John and I were just talking yesterday. Yeah. I was at his house. I visited like a year ago. Or even longer than that, but
it's about a year ago,
and he had and I had his coffee, and it was what's the machine gun coffee? What is that?
Black Rifle.
Okay, whatever. Close enough.
Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Right. Well, now you're gonna get a pound of this.
Nice,
John. I'll send you a pound. Just the beans. You can grind it yourself, and you can have your own coffee. Your own Nectar of the Gods coffee, which
I would like.
I'm just wondering, how do you, if anybody's whoever's watching right now. You can interact with us live if you want to put it in the comment section on YouTube, or you can also do it on our Facebook page. And that is, how do you take your coffee? John, how do you take your coffee?
Yeah, you're not going to like this. Being a coffee connoisseur, I'm sure. I just some cream and Splenda.
And Splenda, okay. Yeah, no,
or no, what's the other one? Stevia. Actually, I use stevia first. Natural. Try to keep it all natural.
Right. Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of which, that's been going on in our life, and the greatest way I've ever started this, and I want to say August, is we've been eating clean.
That's another thing that I forgot to talk about. Go ahead, you talk, and then I've got something.
All right, they're doing the whole 30. The whole 30 diet, but we've just been applying it to everything. Okay. And I mean, just
what is it? I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't eat it unless you can pick it or kill it. That's it. So you don't eat out of a can. You can't get out of a can, out of a box, frozen, processed, none of that. None of that. No added salt, no added sugars, no nothing.
I don't know. I agree with that, because frozen could mean it was literally picked and frozen.
Okay, John. Anyway, well, we're going with it.
Like veggies and stuff like that. You know,
we're maybe going with fresh vegetables. Okay, I'll go.
Vegetables. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Excuse me.
Oh, well,
cough button.
I mean, you're doing that. And meanwhile, I have got a hydroponic growing system in my basement.
Yes.
Called Garden.
Yes.
I'll have to put I'll put the code in one of our things here. But yeah, so I have more lettuce than I know what to do with, because the starter pack was mostly kind of lettuce and lettuce related stuff.
Right. Sure.
But I cannot tell you how amazingly it has grown. It's crazy. I go down there once a week and I pick enough for probably a week worth of stuff, and you snip it off and it just keeps growing. And then after, I think about 3 to 4 months, you rotate out your crops and you start all over again. It's crazy, but it's awesome, because, you know, when people were getting the explosive diarrhea recently with the cyclospora or whatever.
Not just diarrhea. Explosive which cracked my wife up.
I know,
to see these news anchors say, and today the cyclosporia causing explosive diarrhea.
Right, exactly. So not just regular, just explosive.
Right.
So
but during that crisis, you were fine.
I'm eating my own lettuce. I know where it comes from. No pesticides, no nothing. Just plant food and water, and there you go. Pick it, know where it came from. I like that idea. And Stacy's done the same this spring, summer. She's got kind of a little garden thing going on in our side yard with a bunch of herbs and spices and tomatoes and things like that. So
greatest wife ever went shopping. We went shopping for plants that we were going to put on our deck, and she's following. Oh gosh, I wish I knew the name of the girl. She's following this girl who has her own gardening podcast, and it's a girl, but she's just, you know, full of life, and she's just wonderful. But she would go and buy these discount plants that are dying, that are like, oh, it's only $1, and she would buy them and bring them back to life, and that's what she's.
I've seen that, and she's. I swear she's the daughter of somebody else that's famous too.
Maybe. But she's and she plays piano. She plays keyboards for her plants.
She's goes and like, hey, do you have any plants that are on discount or you're getting rid of? And then she revitalizes them. And I don't know how she's learned how to do this, but it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And I said, I want a tomato plant. I had a tomato plant years and years and years ago. I love tomatoes, and I had one stinking plant. And I planted it alongside the chain link fence because I was just going to stake it onto the chain link fence. And I would go and check it, and there'd be tomatoes. And then I'd go and check it, and there were no tomatoes. And, you know, the rabbits were just, you know, plink, well, this looks good. And then would just eat my tomatoes. So I was traumatized. I never have. So I bought 2. I bought a cherry tomato plant. And I bought a Best Boy or Better Boy tomato plant for a bigger size tomato.
Huh? Best Boy tomatoes. I think
right.
That's yeah.
So and they're in a pot on the deck and they're growing and the cherry tomatoes. And sure enough, I'm looking at when I saw 6 cherry tomatoes, now I see 2. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. So we moved it closer to the house.
Right.
It was staked up to go along the anyway. So we moved it closer to the house so we can keep an eye on it and scare away any predators. If anybody cherry tomato, we're thinking it's the squirrels, might be a rabbit. We saw a rabbit up on our deck. But greatest wife ever likes to feed squirrels now. And she had, and we'll sit there. Actually, when I had the staycation and when I was doing afternoons, we would sit there every morning and we'd have a cup of coffee. And then we would scroll and play Wordle and do all our word games and this feed the squirrels. We would go and buy unsalted peanuts and for the squirrels. And today she sent a video because I'm at work and she's sitting out on the deck and she had one come up onto her lap. She put the nut squirrel up on her lap. She was a little scared, freaked her out a little bit. She didn't try to pet it or anything. She didn't want to get bitten. Adeline's Plant Rescue. There it is.
Ooh.
Adeline's Plant Rescue. Thank you very much. The AKA Zero. I forget the rest of it. But anyway.
AKA Zero Time.
Yeah. So she has a couple of videos and it would come and grab the shell of the nut and then run. And then go eat it somewhere. So she shelled it and had the nut already shelled sitting there. And it sat there on her and ate the nut. But she would not pet it. She was scared. She's a little freaked out. And I'm like, I don't know. They're not used to, it's a wild animal. They're not used to being pet. They don't want something on the top of their head. They don't usually have anything on the top of their head. They're not, so I don't know. But we'll see. I think that's her goal, though, is to pet a squirrel. We'll see what happens. Maybe she'll get a little bit of the squirrel tail. But anyway, I think now, all right, we're rolling. We're almost out of time. So let's go ahead. I'm still going to do it. Are you ready? Do you have it ready to go, John?
I've got stuff.
You got stuff ready to go? Okay.
I think. No, but I don't have that think part. But I
don't have that ready to go?
Well, I'm going to do it.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay. All right. Because on my show on the Ron Ross Morning Show, I retired Pooh.
Oh, did you?
I did, and now I have Steve from Blue's Clues. Because Steve from Blue's Clues sit down in your thinking chair and think. But Pooh lives here on the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast because it's time to get the gray matter working, fire off the synapses, engage the frontal lobe, form new neural networks, utilize the cerebrum. As Pooh says, it's time to
think. Bing.
Ding. Dun, dun, dun. It's the question of the day.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready? Here it is. The question.
I'm ready.
The first one of these was an audio interview recorded July 9th, 2003 between former New York Times journalist Christopher Lydon and software developer Dave Weiner. Its name is a portmanteau. What was it? All right, here it is again. First one of these was an audio interview recorded on July 9th, 2003 between the former New York Times journalist Christopher Lydon and software developer Dave Weiner. Its name is a portmanteau. Do you know what a portmanteau is? They take pieces of another word and they blend it to make a new word. Portmanteau.
So I know what this is.
Is it? Do you know what it is, John?
I have some thoughts about what you're doing here.
You're going to argue. You're going to argue.
I'm going to argue with you on this one.
Okay, because that's not who you think it is.
No, I know who it is. But
no, you think you know. That's what I know. All right,
I know.
But put your answer down in the comment section and good luck. I knew you were going to have a problem with this question.
You were going to trigger me. You're triggering me.
That's why I asked it.
You're triggering me. Yes.
I know you very, very well, John. Even though it's been forever since we've talked.
Right.
How was that cruise last night?
Oh, that was awesome.
What were you drinking?
So yeah, there's a little backstory there. So after I came back from where was it? St. Augustine.
Yeah.
I weighed myself and I was not happy. And I'm about 80 days out from a half marathon. And then after that, about another 90 days out from a full marathon.
Oh, goodness.
So in other words, I was getting a little portly. Yeah. So I've been running, I've been eating better. Since then I've dropped 10 or 11, maybe 12 pounds, which is good. But
very good.
That leads into last night. So I wanted to have an adult beverage, and I've stopped drinking during the week pretty much. Mm-hmm. Which, except for maybe like on a Wednesday midweek, I'll allow myself one beverage. And then weekends, just trying to cut back on calories, and it's not good for you anyway.
Absolutely. No.
Right. So anyway, I did Tito's and tonic to start with lime.
Okay.
And then switched to Tito's and Fresca.
Fresca.
0 calorie Fresca.
Oh, I miss Fresca. I can't drink
Fresca.
That's good stuff. Nice.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Do we have an answer?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. All right. The first one of these was an audio interview recorded July 9th, 2003 between former New York Times journalist Christopher Lydon and software developer Dave Weiner. Its name is a portmanteau.
Right.
What is it?
Hold on. Where's my
I don't know.
Oh no. Hold on. Where's my ding? Oh, there it is. Okay, I've got it. Ready? Well, first of all, we got this. I mean, they were excited that was coming.
Yeah, it's the QOD. That's right. It's back.
All right.
And thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Because he said,
and then we got a ding. All right.
Right. Which is, yeah, exactly.
Good. Thank you.
But Jim was the one. Jim said,
"What is a podcast?" Well, we're not playing Jeopardy, but there you go. That's right.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Good job.
Jim. This first time I've been stumped.
Jim, what?
That's what he said. It's the first time he's been stumped.
Oh, wow. Yeah, podcast. So he took it from broadcast and the iPod, which was the hot audio delivery system at the time.
Yes.
Now, John here is going to tell you why I'm wrong.
Right, because
Google is wrong.
The Podfather invented modern podcasting with the addition to the RSS feed that allowed audio to be syndicated via RSS. And his name is Adam Curry from MTV. He is the Podfather. So widely credited with starting podcasting.
Not widely credited as much as you think it was.
I think he is.
January 2001, Dave Weiner created the very first RSS feed with an audio file, a la Grateful Dead song, as a technical test. July 2003 was the Christopher Lydon release interview, recognized by the Guinness World Records as the first true podcast.
Yes, it's BS, and it's rewriting history. Adam Curry is the Podfather, and he will.
He's not on here at all. At late 2004 to 2005,
giving him no credit at all.
No, let me finish. Late 2004 to 2005, Adam Curry developed iPodder, Libsyn, launched the first hosting network, and Apple added native podcast support to iTunes, bringing the medium to a mass audience.
He is the Podfather.
Well,
he basically is widely credited, and I'm looking right here for co-developing podcasting technology.
Okay, hang on.
And that's, by the way, from, I don't know, 6 different sources, but yeah, all right. So
I'm just telling you.
Former MTV VJ, Adam Curry. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Literally known as the Podfather.
On MTV. By you. I don't know. I'm going with the
right here. I'm reading. I look up Adam Curry.
Why do you let me wind you up, John? You know I'm just doing it on purpose.
He's awesome.
I'm just winding you up.
Yeah, he's got a great podcast too that he's been doing for about 15 or 20 years. That it's fun to listen to as well.
Does he?
One of many I listen to.
I think he's the one that's monetized it. I listen to who am I listening
up with
to?
Value for Value. That's the system they use, Value for Value.
Gotcha.
Which is essentially they don't charge anything, and that listeners donate, and and you contribute via time, talent, or treasure.
Nice. I love that. Well,
look, we need some time, talent, treasure for this podcast. Send some, please.
Yeah. John and I have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
But John and I are going to hunker down. We're going to have a meeting after this.
Yes, meetings.
Not immediately after this one, John. I'm going to go take a nap. But we're going to get together and we're going to come up with a regular schedule and try to adhere to it as much as we can. We'd like to do this probably about once a week, but it might turn into every other week.
Yeah,
is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
and then so
people don't realize keeping a schedule is tough when it's not your job.
Yeah, I know. When I don't have to, it is like, do you want to do a podcast? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Tired and busy. It's not that we didn't want to. We kept talking about doing it, and Ron would say, "How about this time?" And I'd be like, crap, meeting thing came up, or got to go to this place, or got to go to that place. And I'm more the problem than Ron is, believe it or not.
I'm not arguing that point.
No, don't.
Not at all. No, I'm kidding. No. It takes two to tango, Johnny. And we've had everything's been busy. We've been what is called I know you're in South Carolina and I'm in Maryland, but basically we both have been in a state of flux. Thank you. Drive carefully.
No.
Okay. So listen, what we'll do is we're going to hunker down. We're going to come up with a schedule. I'll post it all up on the Key 103 Wrong Facebook page on the
Ron Ross
Facebook page.
Yeah, that's
I will post that up there, and I will be in way more regular contact on social media, so you can see what's going on. And again, I still invite you. You can listen to me every day on key103radio.com or download the Key 103 app. Key 103, named after Francis Scott Key, who is buried in Frederick, Maryland, which is where I am, which is where the radio station is. That's why it's called Key 103. And oh God, we didn't even talk about the semi-quincentennial. Anyway, maybe we'll hit that next time
for next show
on the 4th of July. We'll do that in our September Labor Day weekend. No, we will try to see you in a couple of weeks. All right, and we will and John and I will get together and we'll figure out a plan. And we'll be a lot more regular, and I'll be a lot more in touch now that I've got things kind of settled down with the morning show, what's going on with that, and all of that. So we will pay way more attention to this as we can, and then go to John's thing in October. Let's go. Next time we talk, we'll talk a little bit more about that and how you can go to the Big Thinkers conference. What is it?
TheBigThinkers.com.
Okay. But it's a conference. It's a lot of guest speakers.
2-day event. Keynote sessions, track sessions, practical, actionable advice to take your career to the next level.
Good times, great oldies. All right.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Listen, please take care of yourselves and each other. Please be safe. John Yaglinski, Ron Ross. Love you, mean it. Bicycle.